Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Toria. Today I wanted to do a video testing out the new Soft Glam palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills and also try out the new Amrezy Highlighter. I don't know what this hair is today. It is giving me some serious flashbacks of when I had a perm in high school.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was me. So before I get into the makeup, I'm just going to pop something on my lips because they are a little bit dry right now. I just want some kind of color, something going on. So I figured I had this new Buxom, what are these called again? Baba Plump. It's a shiny liquid lipstick is what they're calling it. And the packaging is so cute, and I just got this in the mail. So I thought I would throw on the shade Taupe It Off. And we'll just see how it lasts throughout the video. If you are new here, welcome. I hope that you will stick around and join the family. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that you're notified every single time I upload. I do a lot of try-on hauls and fitness activewear reviews, as well as makeup tutorials and tricks and hacks. So I hope that you guys will stick around. If you have experienced one of these Anastasia palettes in the past, you probably have the Modern Renaissance palette, which is a favorite of everybody. I absolutely love that palette, and because I love that palette so much, that is why I ultimately bought this one to try out today. I use it on my clients, I use it on myself. There are so many shadows in that palette that I've hit pan on or I've completely used up. That is one of my most used palettes that I have. And I absolutely love the quality of the colors, so I'm hoping that the quality in this palette is as good as that one, because I know that with the Subculture palette, some people had issues. So my fingers are crossed that this will also be a hit. So this palette features gorgeous shades. Some are matte, some are shimmery, some are like ultra shimmery, and those look so gorgeous. I can't wait to play around with them. I love the tones in this palette. The Modern Renaissance palette in comparison is a bit more red toned, berry toned. This one's a little bit more subdued, which I feel like is a little bit more universal for everyday use, because I don't technically use a lot of the pinks and reds in that palette, but I use a lot of the other neutral shades. This does have 14 shades in it, and this was $42, so about $3 per shadow, which is not bad at all. As far as this highlight goes, if you have not heard of Amrezy, I think it's Amrezy, yeah. If you guys have not heard of Amrezy, she is an Instagrammer who has like 5 million followers. I'm not even sure. I've been following this girl for years, and she is like the queen of highlights. So it is so fitting that they came out with a collaboration with her. They actually, their first collab, I believe it was their first collab ever, was with her, and they came out with the Amrezy palette. I never got that one, but I believe that was the one that kind of came out before the Modern Renaissance palette, and then, you know, they've created their palettes in that kind of situation since then. But I was very excited to see that they did another collab with her, besides the fact that this highlight looks absolutely gorgeous. Like, look at that shade. It's like, it's almost like, it looks like liquid, the way that this pattern is in it, in this wave. It looks like cashmere, silky, soft, pearlescent, just gorgeous. Ah, I don't know. I love it though. It looks like a gorgeous shade that would work for a really wide variety of skin tones. And this highlight retails for $28, which I think is a decent price because you get a lot of product in here. There's no way that I'm going to use this up anytime soon, so I think that that is totally worth that price. Okay, and now that we've gone over all of that stuff, let's go ahead and get into the tutorial. So I'm thinking for my first look today, I want to do something a little bit more in the theme of soft glam, so keep it pretty soft with the colors, nice and blown out and airy, something that's a little bit different than my typical makeup look. Usually I'm go big or go home kind of style, but I want to change it up, and lately I've been actually preferring softer looks, so I think that this will be a perfect opportunity to kind of switch it up and show you guys something that will work for every day. So to start off this look, I'm going to take the shade Tempera on my Morphe M441 and run that all over my eyelid to create a nice smooth base. So first off, I'm already noticing that there is quite a bit of kick up on this eyeshadow, which isn't terrible, but I know if some people really care about that, that will be bothersome. So just letting you guys know. These shadows are already very, very pigmented, as you guys can see it going onto my lid here. nice and bright. The kind of nude that I love to use to begin an eye look. So the lip color that I chose may have given this away, but I am thinking about going towards more of the cool tone shades in this palette for the first look. I think I'm going to use a bit of Dusty Rose as well as this sultry shade and maybe not much else. So first on that same brush, taking that Dusty Rose shade, which is a soft purpley taupe shade, I'm going to start working that into my crease. This eyeshadow so far is super pigmented, super easy to blend. Really happy with these matte shades so far. And then taking that sultry shade, which is that shimmery purpley shade, I'm going to place that all over the lids with my finger. Sheen on this is so beautiful, and it's just blending effortlessly into the rest of the eyeshadow. So like I said, I want a really blown out romantic look. So I want everything to kind of blend together effortlessly without any lines, and all just look really cohesive. This is the kind of eye makeup that you could do within 5 minutes if you have somewhere that you need to be and you need to get ready really quickly, but you still want to look nice and put together. I would definitely do this if I had to go to a job or anything like that. This would be kind of my go-to type of look. I do think that I want a little bit more brightness in the center of the lid, so I'm going to pick up a bit of this rose pink shade and just add that to the very center. I love these kind of looks because they give it more of a glossy lid look, but without putting like lip gloss or Vaseline or whatever on your lids. So it's not going to like crease and get all disgusting throughout the day. I mean, that's really only realistic for photos and things like that, so it's not really something that you can just wear out of the house, but it looks really nice, so this kind of gives you that same effect. I'm going to take a bit more of that Dusty Rose shade and place that along my lower lash line, really focusing on smoking that out for a really nice hazy effect. And to highlight the brow bone, on my Morphe M431 pencil brush, taking the shade Glistening and popping that onto my brow bone.
"2,000 years later."
Okay, that took forever. I don't know what it was, but I don't know if I was just moving too slow. Every time I'd go to put my eyelashes on, the glue would already be dry. I don't know what it was, but maybe it's just the black House of Lashes glue. Maybe it just dries a little faster than the white. I don't really know. Let me know if you guys have that problem too, but that was insane. So we're back, got the eyelashes on. This is the completed eye look. I hope that you guys really like this one. Let's try that highlighter. So first I'm going to try it out straight from the pan, straight on the brush without any sort of enhancement tricks. As you guys can see, I have a little bit of glow in my skin right now because I'm wearing the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow foundation, and then I have a little bit of the Iconic London Luster Drops on my cheeks. I completely forgot that I was trying out a highlighter today. If I hadn't forgotten, I wouldn't have put it on, just so that you can see it by itself without anything else under it, but I just wanted to let you guys know that yes, I indeed have a little bit of liquid highlight on underneath it. Oh my god, that is so beautiful. Wow. And I'm like looking at it, so in this mirror, and then I have another mirror here just so that I can see how everything is looking from different lengths away, and it looks gorgeous. It's like blending into the skin so nicely. It's not too light to the point where it looks gray on my skin or makes my skin look like a different color. It looks like it just naturally goes with my skin tone. I'm just gonna build it up a little and see what we can achieve just by layering it. But wow. I mean, I would expect nothing less from Amrezy, or Amrezy, I don't know how to say it, but oh my god, guys. I feel like I neglect this side of my face when it comes to highlight because it's my bad side, and I don't really like this side of my face. I feel like it just pops so much more on this side. It's really hard to see on this side of my face, and so I don't end up ever applying enough, I don't think. This definitely has my stamp of approval. I love this highlighter. and I can see myself grabbing this as well as this palette very often, almost every single day, when I decide to do my makeup, that is. But yeah, these products I am beyond impressed with and beyond recommend to you guys. A little bit on the tip of my nose. Bump up the dewiness. A little bit in the center of my eyebrows. I haven't decided if I like this trick yet or if it makes my nose look bigger. But you guys tell me, I don't know. Here, I don't put it on my forehead. I feel like it brings out all the texture. So props to you if you have super smooth skin and can wear highlighter on your forehead, on your chin, anywhere like that, but it does not look good on you girls, so I don't do that. Also, before you guys head over to the next look, I just wanted to touch base on this lip color. So I believe I've been wearing this lip product for about an hour now. I have not touched it up, done anything to it, and it still looks amazing. So the wear on this is really nice so far. I'm going to continue wearing it throughout the day. And if you guys check with me on Instagram, I will be posting about it again, probably in one of my stories, and they may or may not be highlighted, but I'll let you guys know how it holds up in terms of lasting power for multiple hours throughout the day. I told you guys that we are going dramatic today, and now we are. Let's get started. I started off this dramatic halo eye by dipping into Orange Soda, which is the lightest matte orangey shade, with my Morphe M441 brush, and put that all in the crease. In comparison to the first look I just did, we are going to be using a lot more shades in this palette. So next I am grabbing the Burnt Orange shade, and we're just going to keep layering up until we get the desired effect. Next I'm picking up the shade Sienna on a smaller fluffy brush so that I can be a little bit more precise in the crease and make sure that I'm not blending up too high and covering up the shadows that we just applied. So I'm taking the Morphe M411. And with that same brush, now dipping into Mulberry. And finally, on a slightly tighter pencil brush, because we are going to get really deep in that crease now, we are going to grab the shade Cypress Umber. And now we get to play with the shimmer colors. I am so excited. I love this shade so much. So the shade that I chose for the lid is this bronze shade here. It's just a really striking, beautiful, pigmented, foiled gold shade. So I'm taking that on my Harry Potter wand brush. It's just the flat shader brush that I always use for laying down colors along my lid. And I'm going to pack that all over this concealer I used to cut out the crease. And for that little pop of sheen at the top of the cut crease, I like to use a liquid liner, and this one is the Urban Decay Razor Sharp Liquid Liner in Space Cowboy. Okay, my friends, and now that we have that all laid out, it's looking a little harsh. Of course, we don't want these two straight lines going down the sides. We want this to be nice and blended. So this is the part where we are going to take that smaller brush once again, this one here, the one that we used deep in the crease with that dark brown shade, and possibly even one a little bit smaller, so you guys can see here. We're just going to work with some small brushes and use patting motions in order to kind of blend everything together. So the two shades that I'm going to use to kind of blend out those edges of that bronze shade are going to be Mulberry, and then outside of that a little bit more of the Burnt Umber, Cypress Umber, sorry. I applied the Smashbox Always On Gel Liner in the shade Fishnet to my lower waterline, but only in the outer 2/3. Next I want to soften that line, so I'm going to go ahead and go back into my eyeshadows and just create a more soft focus effect just below that line. Dipping into some of the Cypress Under, I keep saying Cypress Under. And then I'm going to smoke that out with a bit of the Sienna and Orange Soda. And finally, we need a pop-in inner corner and brow bone highlight. So for that, I am going to be taking the shade Fairy right here, which is slightly brighter and more pigmented than the glistening shade. Now, this step is completely optional, but I wanted to add a little bit more brightness to the inner lower rim and the inner corner of my eye, so I grabbed 2 more products. I promise there are only 2 more products in this tutorial, guys, but like I said, completely optional. So this is just an eyeliner by Japanesque, and it's slightly a silvery shade, but it's really, really bright, gorgeous reflective shade, and I felt like that would be perfect for that inner corner and inner rim line. And then in the very inner corner of the eye, I'm pulling out my liquid glitter. I love these things so much. This is by Pure Cosmetics. It's their Pro Glitters, and I used the shade Namaslay. So I'm just taking a little bit on my brush here and then packing that onto the inner corner. And that, guys, is the finished dramatic eye look using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette. I hope that you guys enjoyed these 2 tutorials and got a little bit of inspiration on how to use this palette if you've picked it up, or maybe it has inspired you to pick it up. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I love you guys so much. Thank you for all the support and love that you show me every single day, and I will see you guys again very soon. Bye!